Welcome aboard, space travelers.
This is episode 51 of the Mouseport podcast for the week of February 1st, 2017. I'm Kate, and I'm joined by Megbeg.
Hello.
And Mark is on a jungle cruise right now. This week, we're talking about underrated places to eat that deserve more love. Come along through the Mouseport. Welcome to the Mouseport podcast. We're your passport to Walt Disney World and everything Disney related. This week at the Newsport,
we have Disney Cruise Line introduces the first ever Marvel Day at Sea on select Disney sailings from New York starting fall of 2017. The Marvel Universe is part of Disney, but we haven't seen much in the parks, so they're doing a Marvel Disney Day at Sea on the cruise line. They've done Star Wars Days at Sea before. All the voyages that are leaving from New York, there's 7 of them that will have this Marvel Day at Sea. So if you're looking for a Disney cruise from the Northeast, which isn't very often, you can have this on your cruise if you pick one. It's like superheroes and supervillains from the universe, so you can see all of your favorite Marvel characters if you're interested.
Did you see that the Tiana's restaurant opened on one of the cruise ships like yesterday or the day before? Somebody posted a bunch of pictures. It looked pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm really glad they actually did a restaurant for Tiana because she...
Well, they have one at Shanghai. But...
You know, that place that we don't like to talk about. But, I mean, I want to go on a Disney cruise really bad. I don't know if it would be one that has Marvel Day at Sea. I'd pick Star Wars Day at Sea over it, but now there's more options for people. And it's leaving from New York, which... isn't very common. They have like the Cape Canaveral.
Well, Jerry can go on it.
Yeah. Take yourself over there and go to Marvel Day at Sea. We also have that their permits have been filed for a giant expansion to happen at Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort. There's going to be 7 new buildings with one that's like multi-levels.
So they're going to turn it into Coronado, basically.
Yep, more buildings, more space. Lots and lots of area. It's going to be near the Barbados Village area of the resort, and they think that's going to be knocked down to build it up. So the roadways and ponds are also going to be moved around because they need more space. So it's supposed to begin construction this year. It should be completed by 2019. But it hasn't said if Disney Vacation Club villas are going to be involved, but I think they will be, just because DVC is growing. So DVC, I wish I had that. Maybe someday. Probably not. Disney will soon be introducing new parking trams at its parks. We have in the cast member magazine, it's called Eyes and Ears. The trams are going to be taking colors from the monorails and be putting them on the trams going through the parking lots. There's going to be custom-made trams that are going to be quieter, so that's good. And it says the existing 5-cylinder turbo trams are well known for their jet engine type noise. Those are really loud. I never really noticed it until my last trip, but like walking down the aisles of the parking lot, you're like, what is that noise? Oh, just a tram, like wicked loud driving through the parking lot. Like, oh, okay, that's entertaining, I guess. But new trams is exciting, and yeah, they're going to match the monorail, so everyone's going to have their own matching teal and lime green and coral and all that fun stuff. So yeah. We also have evening extra magic hours are not listed on the official Walt Disney World calendar beyond February 2017, leading to believe that they're going to be discontinued, which sounds insane. Right now, the last scheduled evening extra magic hour at Hollywood Studios is February 24th of this year. Morning EMH isn't affected. It just seems to be the nighttime one. But Animal Kingdom discontinued their evening extra magic hours back in February of 2011, but it still has morning EMH. But that should change because when Pandora opens, they better be open at night. Like, they've been promising nighttime Animal Kingdom for a while, and if they don't actually pull through, I'm gonna be furious. Like, I am so waiting to go to Animal Kingdom at night. That's what I want so bad. There's no announcement from Disney saying that those are going to be ending at Hollywood Studios, but the calendar says it so far. It might change, it might not. So if you're going, after February and you don't see your extra magic hours, good luck with planning, I guess. And I don't know how that will affect Phantasmic, because there might be... Because sometimes I do 2 Phantasmic. I might just cut it down to 1, but who knows. So keep your eyes out for that if you're going anytime soon. Hopefully... I mean, there's not much to do at the studios right now, unfortunately, but... whatever. And then we have the Hidden Springs pool area at Disney's Wilderness Lodge has been under construction for a while. Starting Monday, February 13th, there's going to be a new bar that's going to be opening called the Geyser Point Bar and Grill. I'm so excited. I love Wilderness Lodge, and bars are great. It's going to be situated near the water's edge at Wilderness Lodge, and it's going to have lots of open-air seating with natural stonework and cedar beams to keep with the whole vibe of the resort. There's going to be breakfast, lunch, and dinner with specialty cocktails, beer, and wine. Some of the things they're going to have is like small dishes or like tapas style. There's shrimp on a wire with miso lime vinaigrette, togashari, shishiso peppers, and chili aioli. Okay. There's a bison burger, which bison burgers are amazing. It's a bison burger with Tillamook cheddar. And there's also a Host smoked salmon BLT with lemon caper mayonnaise. Grilled portobello with zucchini, roasted red peppers, and tomato. And the desserts, which sound amazing, there's a chocolate brownie mousse with caramel popcorn and toasted meringue and a house-made seasonal pie.
Oh, yeah, the desserts sound good.
Yeah, team pie, because that sounds awesome. So, yeah, they'll have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So, it opens literally Monday the 13th. So, if you're, again, down there anytime soon, pop over there and see the new stuff at Wilderness Lodge. New bar. Woo!
Okay, for Disney Animal Kingdom news, this is just a rumor flying around for now. I think it might have been announced, but I'm not sure. But over at Flame Tree Barbecue, the rumor is they're switching from their homemade sauce to Heinz barbecue packets. Yeah,
I don't like that. Part of the reason for going to Flame Tree is their specialty
Exactly.
sauce.
It was on my list for today's show until they announced this, and it's crossed off.
That's annoying.
Yeah. We only got to go there once, and it was really good. Because they had 2 or 3 different sauces I think you could choose from.
Can you buy them like in the store that's nearby there?
I mean, I have the recipe to the sauces. They're not that complicated to make, so yeah.
So Disney's just lacking because they're like, oh, we'll give you some packets. Nobody wants packets. We want the original Flame Tree Barbecue sauce. That's why we go there.
Nobody's going to go there after this happens, but yeah. And you know how they have those little chocolate cake things you love in the little cups?
Yeah, sure.
They came out with a new version, but it actually looks really good. Over on the Disney food blog, they have pictures, and it's red velvet cake. You can now get over at Magic Kingdom at Friar's Nook. It's $4.29, or you can use a snack credit. It does look pretty good. They give you a good amount of icing on it, but I just wanted to mention it for foodies.
What kind of icing? Is it cream cheese?
I think it's cream cheese icing.
Like, please don't put anything else on there.
There's nothing else belongs on red velvet.
Amen to that.
And finally, Paddlefish has opened on February 4th. This is where the old Fulton's Crab House was. I looked over the menu. They don't even have, for crab cake, you can only get it for an appetizer. We'll might try there eventually, but the dessert menu looks amazing. They have donuts, a brownie milkshake, chocolate Bergen pecan tart, charred carrot cake, strawberry shortcake, or key lime pie. I would go there just for dessert and drinks.
Right, charred carrot cake sounds amazing. And chocolate bourbon pecan tart also sounds great.
All those sound good except for the key lime.
I'm not a fan of fish, so any sort of seafood wouldn't, but literally I could go here for desserts and drinks. And I like the way it looks. It looks really clean on the outside now. It's really pretty.
Yeah, we walked past it. They're still working on it. It looks really nice.
Yay, new places!
And also down at Disney Springs, Planet Hollywood is back open after a year of renovations. And they have their observatory and all that. They have all this space, but I don't like that they teamed up with Guy Fieri, and he has some new sandwiches and burgers to the menu. But they have 2 bars in this restaurant, and there's one on each level. and they offer counter seating over there, and the food isn't really cheap. It's between $16 and $20. Sandwiches are around $18, and most entrees are between $20 and $30.
Yeah, I am not a fan of Planet Hollywoods in general. I can only imagine
I've
how
heard
this...
the Captain Crunch chicken's amazing, but the recipe's online, so I can make it at home.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I went there once on one of my programs, and yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be going here. I mean, maybe I'll stop for a drink, because they have a Stargazer bar, which is on the outside, and it's like got open air seating and like cute little tables, but I'm not going to sit and have a meal there.
Yeah.
Do Disney packages still offer that like discount? You know, when you like book a package, to give you like the booklet of coupons?
Oh, last time I booked a trip, they didn't send us a book of coupons, so I don't know. And over at the Yacht Club Hotel, the Capitol's Green restaurant is going to be under lengthy refurbishment, and it begins in mid-May, and it will go through fall of 2017. During the refurbishment, you'll be able to get food over in Ariel's, which is nearby Beach Club. Originally a seafood restaurant, Ariel's closed in the late 90s, but it's used for private dining event space, basically.
I'm staying at Yacht Club in December, so I hope this doesn't affect anything, really.
I'm jealous.
I'm excited, but also
I love that. The bar there is really good. We went to the bar there quite a few years ago, and the lady gave us the remote because the Hokies were playing, and so Marsh was watching the football game, and we got to drink and have snacks and stuff before our ADR there, but we had a good time.
Yeah, I'm excited.
It's really small, though. But they have couches and stuff in the lounge area. It's really nice. And the last thing is, over at Hollywood Studios, they finally announced that mini seasonal dine at the Hollywood Studios is going to be lunch and dinner beginning May 14th. And you'll be able to see Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Daisy, Goofy for celebrations on each season. So basically, they're getting all of the holidays, the winter holidays, the spring holidays, Halloween, and everything. And if you want to book, it's 407 WDW Dine.
Word. And that's at Hollywood and Vine, the buffet place, which used to have...
Yeah, next to Primetime 50s.
Used to have, like, Handy Manny and Doc McStuffins. I remember... Years and years ago, I wanted to go, I'm 27, so I'm not like super young, and I never really watched, what's it called now? That show that had the little clown girl and her lion, Goliath.
I'm too old.
Oh my gosh. Goliath. Anyway, so there's a show, and Goliath, it was like a stop motion show. And the lion was the cutest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And he met at the Hollywood and Vine restaurant with his, like, JoJo Circus. JoJo from JoJo Circus. Whatever. And JoJo Circus characters would meet there. And he was the cutest thing. He was like a full character, like a stand-up character. And it was the cutest thing. I was like, I need to go and meet him. And now it doesn't exist. And I'm so sad because he was the cutest thing on the whole planet.
See, I heard bad things about Hollywood and Vine until they started doing this minis thing, and I think they've stepped it up a little bit.
The food is definitely not anything to write home about at all, but it's a buffet, so if you're there...
My friend went to the Christmas or Thanksgiving one, and she said it was amazing.
Yeah, I mean, they put more effort into, like, the holiday ones because it's, like, specific foods, but most of the food isn't that good, and... I don't know anybody who's, like, purposely eating there. So, I mean...
Well, I tried to get an ADR when we went, and I couldn't get one because it was only for dinner. Yeah. And it's very popular, so be advised.
Yeah, I ate there with my choir group when I went with my high school, and that was just because there was, like, a million kids, and they're like, hey, let's all just let them eat what they want at this buffet. So they just brought us all there. They're like, okay, eat whatever you need to, then we're going to Fantasmic, so... I think that's one of the reasons people eat there is for the Fantasmic dining, but it's not hard to find seats if you go ahead of time. Yeah. Alright, so this week we're going to be talking about restaurants at Disney World that are underrated or kind of flow under the radar that people miss but definitely deserve a little bit of extra push because they are still good. People just seem to go by them. There's a range of different table service and quick services that we have. I have a relatively large list, but it's not too bad. There's lots and lots and lots of places to eat at Disney World, like lots. If you've never been and you've never looked, there's literally food establishments in every single park, every single resort, downtown Disney / Disney Springs, whatever you want to call it. Food everywhere.
They definitely have a lot more choices at Disney World than
Yeah.
Disneyland.
Definitely. Like, there are people who plan their trips around their food. There are people who stay at specific hotels because of the food there. So there's places on this list, or our list, that obviously are available. You can go and eat there, quick service and table service, but they're just ones that people seem to like kind of miss out on, or they're all going for like Cinderella's Royal Table, or like the big ones, like California Grill. And these are ones that are still definitely quality, but need a little bit of extra love. Okay, so where would you like to start?
Why don't we start at Magic Kingdom? Have you ever been to Liberty Tree Tavern?
I have. I don't remember what I had there because I was very young when I went there. Like, my family was like, oh, we've been to Liberty Tree Tavern. I was like, really? Because I was too little to know. But
Out of all the places at Magic Kingdom, I would say this is our favorite. Be Our Guest is underwhelming, in my opinion. We'll eventually do a show on underrated restaurants, but yeah, I believe for lunch they have a menu you can order off of, and then for dinner it's kind of family style, and they bring it to your table and everything. You get tired of eating like cheeseburgers and stuff, and it's nice to eat like a home cooked meal.
yeah, I do love chicken nuggets, but there's only so many times I can eat them. But I wanted to eat here on my next trip because I haven't eaten there in years and years and years and years, and the food looks great. It's in a part of Magic Kingdom that I've never spent tons of time in, but would love to sit here, love to eat, so that sounds good. What do I have for Magic Kingdom? I don't think I have anything for Magic Kingdom. That's awful.
I have one more for Magic Kingdom. It's more of a treat place. I always talk about Storybook Treats. It's the best ice cream place on property, in my opinion, because it has the soft serve, but you can also get a cookie sundae, a brownie sundae, or a strawberry shortcake sundae there. And it's in Fantasyland.
Cookie sundae sounds amazing. Anytime you have a sundae that has extra stuff, I'm all for that. And you gotta have treats. Like, that's not just... You can't forget about the snacks you have during the day, because there's only so many times you can have a Mickey bar. I mean, I love them, but...
Yeah, this is one of my trip traditions. We always split a sundae from here.
Cute. I want a cookie sundae really bad. I haven't had ice cream in a long time, so I'm saving it all for Disney.
Do you have anything for Epcot?
For Epcot, I have. I've talked about this before. I feel like it's gaining popularity, but I hope it doesn't get too popular because I still want to get reservations whenever I go. But Garden Grill Breakfast with Chip and Dale, Farmer Mickey, and Pluto. It is...
I want to go there so bad.
So worth it. I went there by myself on my trip in 2015, and it was so good. They have raspberry mimosas, don't forget. But it is like an all-you-can-eat family-style breakfast. It's like you pay the one price, and you can have as much as you want. They've got scrambled eggs. I asked for no eggs just because I don't like them, and they're very accommodating. They're like, oh, if you want more of something else, let us know because you're not getting eggs. But they've got fruit. They've got eggs. They've got potato puffs or tater tots, whatever you want to call them, which for...
Ooh, tots are my favorite.
It's the best thing ever. They've got bacon and sausage links that you can get a bunch of. They also have the little Mickey waffles, the little baby ones. But instead of maple syrup, they give you this warm liquid. It's pretty much like liquid Nutella.
Ooh, that sounds good.
It's kind of like chocolate sauce, but it's definitely hazelnutty flavored, and you can also fill the little Mickey waffle head up and eat that. So amazing.
It's healthy because it's nuts.
Yeah. Yup. It's so good. And they have regular drinks like coffee, tea, juice, but like I said, they have for alcoholic drinks for breakfast. They've got Bloody Marys, which I don't really like Bloody Marys, and then they have either an orange mimosa, which is classic, or a raspberry mimosa. And those are on top. So you pay the one price for the food, and the alcoholic drinks are obviously extra. But I love this breakfast. The characters are really good. I'm not huge on characters like being a solo traveler, but this is awesome. They came to your table, like Chip and Dale like sat in my booth with me. Farmer Mickey was amazing. It was a really good breakfast, and if you get there early enough, you'll obviously be able to walk down the stairs at the restaurant and then go right to Soarin', which is helpful if you're doing pre-park, because this does take pre-park ADR, so it's 1 table service credit on the dining plan, and I mean, you get to rotate in the restaurant, you get to see the land as you go by, so that's cool. And like I said, Farmer Mickey's there, Pluto's there. The characters spend, the earlier you go, the characters spend more time with you, because, I mean, the restaurant's just rotating, so they're just walking around in a circle pretty much all the time. So I've seen each character twice when I went last time, and the cast members are awesome. It's really great. I love there, and I'm definitely going back there probably every trip from now on, because it's so good.
Yeah, I also like Sunshine Seasons, which is right in the same building. If you're looking for healthy food at a good price and it's not a table service, I would suggest going over to Sunshine Season. They have a very good salmon with green beans and vegetables. It's very good, and I highly recommend. And you can also get some of the best strawberry shortcake at the bakery over there, too.
Yeah, Sunshine Seasons is one of the best quick services on Disney property, if not the best.
And it has the most option. Like, they have Thai, they have Chinese, they have sandwiches, and then they have the grill. And they have gluten-free snacks and that kind of thing there for people who have allergies.
Every person I know who goes to Disney with allergies or any sort of like food issue, they say Sunshine Seasons is great. They will take care of any allergy you have. If you're gluten-free, egg-free, dairy-free, any of that, vegan, all that stuff. Sunshine Season is one of the best places to get that allergy-free or any sort of allergy stuff at Sunshine Season. There's so many options that you can be like, I want this, and if it's not to your allergy, they'll make you something along the same lines. It's so good. Love Sunshine Seasons.
Do you have anything else for Epcot?
I have one more too, and it's not under, I think it's one of the best places in Epcot for quick service as well as Sunshine Seasons, but some people skip by this because they're doing other things or they're eating other places in the World Showcase, but the Boulangerie Patisserie Les Halles at the France Pavilion, the bakery, some people just walk by because it's kind of set back and they don't understand, but the food in there...
I've never been there. Gosh. I mean, I've walked through, but I don't think I've ever gotten anything
it's so, so good. Everything about the bakery, like, everything's spread out perfectly. You can see all the food items. They warm stuff up for you if you want it. Like, and the whole, like, atmosphere of the actual building is, like, oh, it's so good. I love that bakery. And you can look at the stuff in the gift shop there too. Last time I went with my brother in 2014, we got creme brulee for breakfast, and it was like so.
Ooh, they have really good. I had the creme brulee at Food and Wine, and I think they also sold it there too.
It was so good, and we got le croissant de fromage, whatever, the ham and cheese with like bechamel.
Yeah, I want to try that.
It was like perfectly cooked, because I used to work in a bakery, so if a croissant's overcooked, you're like, but the ones there are really, really great. There's so many different options. There's like tarts, there's like sandwiches, you can get salads, everything. So definitely if you've never been there or if you just skipped by and like went to the ice cream place instead, definitely go in and grab, even just get a fresh baguette. Like you can get a baguette there I think for $1.99. And it's like fresh, real bread. It's so good, as opposed to fake bread. But it's like so good. So definitely stop in there, because a lot of people just walk right by it. They're like, I have other stuff to do, or I have an ADR like later in the day. When I stay at Yacht Club, I'm going to be literally walking to the World Showcase and getting breakfast from there almost every day.
Oh, I actually have 2 more. The first one is Beer Garden. Not a lot of people talk about the Beer Garden, but they actually have really good fish here. You wouldn't think it. I had salmon the last time, along with some of the German food. They have pork schnitzel. You must have it. It is amazing.
You said pork, so.
And yeah, the pork schnitzel is amazing. I don't really care for their, what do you call it? The noodle stuff?
Yeah.
Spetzel, that's what it's called. I wasn't really crazy about that. I thought it was kind of bland, but the mac and cheese there is good, and a bunch of the different, I can't remember it all the stuff we had last time. I haven't been there in quite a few years, but I think we're going there for the Mouse Ranch thing.
I've never been there either.
And you eat the big beers, and you can dance if you want. The only thing is you have to share a table. It fits 10 people to a table, so you do sit with strangers if you're in a smaller group. But yeah, and you can normally get an ADR there for lunch or dinner pretty easily as well.
I have never been there, but I've always wanted to go, but I wouldn't want to go as a solo traveler, so when we go with Mouse Rants, it's going to be perfect, because we'll have a big group, maybe we'll have a whole table to ourselves, it'll be fine, I will drink a lot, and probably dance, so that sounds good.
And the last place is, I don't hear anyone ever talk about Tutto Gusto, but the best cheese me and Marsh ever had in our entire life was at Tutto Gusto. It's basically a wine bar. They have a small area with seats. It's right next to Tutto Italia. And all the bartenders are very attractive.
Yeah.
And they make homemade pesto, they make all these, I want to go there for lunch one day because they have these sandwiches with like fresh made bread and pesto and chicken, and they all look really good. It's all in this display case. I think I reviewed it a couple years ago. It's on my blog at Yoho Bloggers Like For Me, and Marsh said the wine was like some of the best wine he's ever had. He had a trio of reds when we went there.
There's a red from the Italian Pavilion that I love. It's called Rosa Regale, and it's like rose wine, and it's super sweet. You're supposed to eat it or drink it with chocolate and stuff. So good. Love it.
This cheese, though, oh my god, we could have gotten two. It is kind of expensive. I think it was like $25 for the cheese plate, but it was amazing. You got 3 or 4 different with like different breads to spread on it, but
yeah,
it was
I love cheese plates, so sign me up. I really want to do like a cheese and charcuterie plate crawl at Disney World.
The cheese was really good at Tiffin's. Ooh. Their cheese plate.
All the cheese plates, please.
Yeah. Okay, what do you have for Hollywood Studios?
I only have one, just because this is not my...
I only have one,
my
too,
food
for
park.
Studios.
I don't eat here on purpose. The only reason I picked lunch/dinner menu for this particular place is because breakfast is no longer available. But Sci-Fi Dine-In. I ate there for breakfast once. It was awesome. They had a really good menu, lots of different stuff going on. It was kind of, I don't want to say off-putting, but it was kind of weird, like going to Sci-Fi like first thing in the morning when it's like really bright out, and then going inside and having it be like super dark. And then when you're done eating breakfast, you walk outside, you're like, oh my god, I'm melting. But other than that, they had really good food for breakfast. I put this on here because they obviously serve lunch and dinner still. Some people think this place is just like basic, like burgers and nothing exciting, but there's something for everybody. And I'd like to try it for lunch or dinner. Probably just lunch. I wouldn't spend dinner time there, but...
they have good burgers and they have really good shakes there.
Yeah, love milkshakes. So yeah, I would suggest, if Sci-Fi still did breakfast, I would be so thrilled, but I am excited to try it for lunch, and I think that out of all the places in Hollywood Studios for food, this one kind of, I don't want to say it gets overlooked, but like people are going like 50s primetime first, or they're doing Hollywood and Vine for whatever reason. But when Star Wars and stuff opens, hopefully people will recognize, oh, well, this is here too.
And my pick, of course, is my favorite restaurant out of all of Walt Disney World, Brown Derby. I feel it's underrated, and people never talk about Brown Derby. It's probably one of the best salads our last trip. And my favorite alcoholic drink is there. It is called Peachtree Punch. I always have 2. And we always get the filet, and they always change it up due to the seasons. We always have amazing service, and last time we went, we got a free glass of champagne with strawberries for our anniversary, and it's just it is a little time consuming because it's a nicer sit-down restaurant, and it's 2 credits, but I would highly recommend you try it at least once. And don't get the Cobb salad, get something good. Get steak.
Yeah, if you're planning for it, like, you know it's going to take a little bit longer. It's not one of those like, oh, let's just pop in here really quick. Like, you make it a thing to go there and have their meal. So I've always wanted to try this place, but I've never had, like, I'd probably go for lunch and see what's going on. But
yeah, we always go for lunch. We've never been for dinner.
Well, maybe I'll try that in the future. Maybe I'll take my mom there when we go, because that seems like a place that she would enjoy as well. And I'm going to have that drink that you have because
And last time we went, we had the Hollywood starlets walking around and socializing with people, which was cool.
Yeah, so other than that park not really being a food park.
And all the quick services there are awful.
Yeah,
I just can't.
Sorry, no, I'm sorry. The only helpful thing is
maybe with the new lands coming in, they'll get some better options.
Well, we all know I love park pizza, and I've never been to Pizza Rizzo, but I'm sure I'll like the pizza there as well. But not enough to be like, oh my god, go there.
Isn't it the same pizza as Toy Story Planet, whatever? Heard. And you've been to Pizza Planet though, right?
Yes, I have. But I love Disney pizza, but that's its own thing.
Oh my god.
Alright.
Next is Animal Kingdom.
I don't have it. Well, I mean, Pizzafari again. Disney pizza.
Oh my god, no. People, don't do it.
Go there, but, like, I've never eaten in any other places at Animal Kingdom, so I can't really speak to them. But, I mean, if you want Disney pizza, go right ahead. And Flame Tree Barbecue is great, but...
I was gonna put that down, but since they're changing the sauce, don't go there.
The last 2 times I've gone to Animal Kingdom, the last time I went to Animal Kingdom, it was closed, so I couldn't get anything, and I was like, well, this is awful. But I do like that, the plate that they have, it's like ribs and chicken? I don't know, it's like a combo plate, it's great, but again, I haven't been there in a while, don't know what's going on with that place, but...
I had the pulled pork when I went, and their onion rings are amazing. So if you're a big onion ring person, I recommend that.
Pork. Like, that's one of my favorite foods on the planet. But, yeah,
we know.
I had pulled pork yesterday for lunch.
I've been to Restaurantosaurus before, and it's not on the menu anymore, but I had a hot dog with mac and cheese on it, and it was really good. And the people that I went with had a burger there, and they said it was a really good burger, and they would get it again, so... But the thing from my list is I would recommend Tusker House breakfast. I ate there, was it like 2 or 3 years ago? And it's Mickey in his safari outfit and all the Fab Five. And they have gluten-free. They actually had gluten-free donuts, and I tried one, and it tasted like a regular donut. It was really good. And they have all the different African fare that you can try, and they had the best scrambled eggs. I hate scrambled eggs normally. I only eat them a couple times a year. They were amazing, and I kept eating those, and Mickey waffles, and I had some of the other African treats.
I love breakfast buffets at Disney. Literally my favorite category of meals there. I know it's so boring and like...
Well, you never, ever hear anybody talk about Tusker House breakfast.
I want to go there. I mean, the food sounds good, that's fine, but I really just want to see Safari Donald. Is that weird? Like, I've never seen Donald in safari gear, so...
He wasn't there when I went.
I would have been so mad.
I heard you got to take your picture with him out front. He wasn't taking his picture out front the day that I went, and just Mickey and Daisy was there, but not Donald.
I want to go for Safari Donald, and also, obviously, breakfast buffet, especially with, if you can get pre-park, again, another great option.
It's really cool in the inside with, like, all the rugs on the roof and everything, and the atrium of it. It's really cool.
I can't wait to try there. I probably won't do it anytime soon, but on a solo trip, I'll be like, I want pre-park ADR. Let's go there.
Do you have anything for Disney Springs?
Nope, because I haven't been there since it's been Downtown Disney, and I just want the Magic Store back. I've never eaten at Disney Springs, I don't think.
Oh, okay. I have 2. Homecoming is a must. You have to go here. I don't even like collard greens that much, and literally that was the most favorite item that I ate our entire trip was those collard greens, and the hummingbird cake. It tops the Ohana's bread pudding, and that used to be my favorite dessert, but the hummingbird cake is my favorite dessert. And also, you can get the homemade moonshine there too, which is really soft. Mars told me, he's like, the sweetest one, it's the blue one, and it comes in the tall glass, and I think the other ones come in the short glasses. For some reason, they give you the strongest one in the big glass.
Not only is it the strongest, but you have to drink the most of it.
Yeah, and I'm a lightweight, so I did Sprite to it.
Yes, that works.
I am not going to park well at the Mouse Rants meetup.
I'm going to try my best.
And the last place in Disney Springs is Wolfgang Puck Express. Not the sit-down restaurant. This is the express place over next to the Toy Tower where all the shops and that kind of thing are. And it's kind of like a sit-down restaurant, but they give you a number and they'll bring it to your table. But they have bacon meatloaf, they have salmon. I had the mac and cheese, but my brother's a chef and I'm spoiled, so I didn't really care for the mac and cheese. I think my brother's is better. But I would definitely try the bacon meatloaf or something like that next time.
Bacon meatloaf sounds good. I've never been to Wolfgang Puck Express, but you're not the only person I've heard.
It's a little bit on the pricier side than, like, the sandwich place or whatever, but I hate Earl of Sandwich. I know Mark loves it, but I'm not a fan.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say that this is somewhere that you need to stop if you're down there. But if I'm
And I heard they have breakfast, too, which I would be interested to try.
See, I don't know if I'd wake up for breakfast time to go to Disney Springs.
Well, like, off day when you wake up at, like, you get there at, like, 9-10, but...
Yeah, but I'm excited to try all the new food places at Disney Springs. I have 2 trips to kind of get to each one, hopefully, but I definitely want to try that. And Homecoming. Homecoming is, like, really close to the top of my list. Definitely.
Oh my god, Homecoming. That's like one of our new, like the fried chicken, the mashed potatoes and gravy were amazing. The mac and cheese, people say it was like really good mac and cheese. Maybe I'm just spoiled because of my brother, but I thought it was good, but it wasn't like amazing, mind-blowing. Like the Yachtsman, if you go to the Yachtsman Steakhouse, I'm talking about this place later, best mac and cheese I've ever had in my entire life, topping my brother's.
I'm not a big fan of mac and cheese.
It's truffle. It's
you
truffle
can't go
mac
wrong
and
with
cheese.
truffle anything. I love truffles.
Yeah. And do you have any for any of the resorts and stuff?
Actually, the last ones that I have, only like 4 more, are all from resorts. I like to eat more outside the park. I don't know why. Unless it's pre-park ADR for the breakfast, which is fine.
Yeah, I would say over at Animal Kingdom Lodge, Boma breakfast is the best breakfast I've had on property. Those goat cheese scrambled eggs, the banana bread, which I make it all the time at home. The Boma banana bread is so...
Boma is the top of my list of places to try. Like, I might just run there from the airport when I land next time because everyone says the breakfast is amazing.
Oh yeah, and they have the French toast bread pudding with the caramel sauce that you pour on top of it. Oh
all
my
of that
god.
Sounds like the most perfect thing I've ever heard. Like all of that. But yeah, Boma, high on my list. I can't wait to actually go there because I love breakfast. Breakfast is my jam. And I only eat it at Disney.
I went there for dinner a really long time ago, but I can't remember because it was like in 2000, so I can't remember what the food was like.
I only eat breakfast at Disney. I don't know why. And like when I do, it's like a big breakfast. So like Boma and like the buffets, like I said, are my jam. So I can't wait to go to Boma. I'm so ready. But another one that I have here is 1900 Park Fair breakfast. Again, love breakfast buffets at Disney. It's a character breakfast where you have Mary Poppins, Alice, and the Mad Hatter.
That's at the Grand Flow, right? I've never eaten at anywhere at the Grand Flow.
It's one table service meal in the dining plan, or like I said, it's a one set price range for the meal. Taxes included, but gratuity is not, and then you get a non-alcoholic drink in the price, which is fine. They've got your basic signature breakfast stuff, like Mickey waffles, eggs, pastries, sausage, potato puffs, bacon, all that. This place has the strawberry soup, which is... there's not even a word for it. It's just so good.
I have the recipe to that. I needed to try it.
So strawberry soup is awesome. They have blintzes that you can get, like cheese blintzes that you can put toppings on.
What's a blintz?
It's kind of like a breakfast burrito, but like with a crepe and cheese.
Oh, okay.
It's like, I don't know. It's amazing. They obviously have like a whole egg station, and then there's corned beef hash, which is really good. And they have a yogurt bar where you can like fill up your yogurt with like toppings and fruit and all that fun stuff. They've got like breads, all that fun stuff. So breakfast here, it's a little bit different compared to other breakfast buffets, but you still get the same basic things you get at other ones. The characters make it awesome. And I love 1900 Park Fair's whole setup. The like actual like way the restaurant is set up. It's easy to get what you want and come back to your seat, and everything is good. So.
And I wanted to mention, I've never been to Fort Wilderness, but I've heard Trails End is amazing for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yep, I've heard it's amazing, and I can't wait to eat there whenever I go on my next trip, because that's also on my list.
Yeah, I want to try there too. And nobody ever mentions Swan and Dolphin stuff, but I have been to Kimonos, and it's a really fun karaoke bar. They have sushi, they have cocktails and stuff. I had a really fun time last time I went. And I don't think you have to make an ADR. You might have to call them separately since it's technically not on the Disney dining plan because it's the Swan and Dolphin, and that's at the Swan. And then over at the Dolphin, there's Shula's, and it's the best martini I ever had, or one of them, was at Shula's, and it was a pear martini. It was so smooth and so sweet. It was really good.
Yeah, I have never been to Swan or Dolphin, but I do want to get over there for the food options. Especially Blue Zoo!
I want to go to Blue Zoo. I was just going to say that.
So bad.
Really, I've heard it's like California Grill prices, though, but it's probably worth it.
Totally worth it. It sounds like it'd be totally worth it. I want to go there so bad. And I also want to just, like, explore the resorts, because, like, they're prime locations. I just have never had the opportunity to, like, stop there or, like, look around.
Yeah, the Swan and Dolphin's actually a lot nicer than I thought it was before I went there.
Yeah, they're, like... And they offer discounts for, like, certain groups of people. Like, I think they have military discounts, teacher discounts, nursing discounts. Like, so if...
A lot of conferences are at the Swan and Dolphin, too.
Yeah.
And they have their own, like, mini food and wine there as well.
Mm-hmm. And there's boat transportation to the Disney parks from there as well. So if you don't have to have a car. They do have the boats that go back and forth and all that fun stuff. So it's not like you're completely out of the loop.
Do you have any more? Because I have 2 more.
I have 2 more. I just have them split between breakfast and dinner, but one of them is Captain Cook's Quick Service at the Polynesian. Lots of good stuff for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They've got the screens that you can order from, which makes it easy.
I want to try their new afternoon, those meatball Thai basil or something.
Yeah,
Thai meatballs.
They've
Those
got
sound
crazy,
good.
like, and that's another thing. Like, they're unique options that you won't find at other places. The location of it is obviously great. Like, who's gonna say no to going to the Polynesian? Like, not me. They have pulled pork nachos. I mean, that's all I gotta say about that. Yeah, pulled pork nachos. They've got another pulled pork sandwich. It's got this pineapple coconut bun, and it's got, like, cheese and stuff on it. Amazing. And when I stayed at the Polynesian, out of all, like... We didn't have, like, we had ADRs planned out for some days, but other days it was like, oh, like, what do you want to do? And 9 times out of 10, the answer was, let's go get food at Captain Cook's. It would just be, like, different things every time. And it's just, and they have, like, your basic stuff, like, chicken nuggets and french fries. They have chicken and waffles there.
Yeah, I did notice that the last time I walked in there.
Ooh, buffalo chicken on waffle. Like, oh my gosh. So good. So I definitely recommend Captain Cook's, especially if you, like, watching Wishes from the Polynesian is awesome, but you can get, like, a full meal at Captain Cook's and bring it out with you, because they've got all that seating outside now. So, definitely somewhere to check out. It's like a basic quick service, but again, you're getting food that you wouldn't be able to find other places. And they've got Hawaiian pizza, if you want that.
And actually, my other one was over at the Poly, too. It's Kona Cafe. I've been here for breakfast, one word, Tonga toast. Although you can get it at Captain Cook's, you don't get the strawberry compote there. And they have macadamia nut butter. You get the Kona coffee. That's what Marsh wanted to go there. And the best bacon I've ever had was at Kona as well. I don't know what they do. But I've heard the lunch, or I don't know if they serve lunch. It might just be dinner. But I've heard that's really amazing, too. And they serve some of the same, maybe the same bread as they do Ohana. They serve some of the same stuff that Ohana does. They use the same kitchen, I believe.
I've only been to Ohana for breakfast. I've never been to, like, the top floor.
Oh, we need to go for dinner. It's so
Well, we're going for the Mouse Ranch thing. I'm really excited because, like I said, I've never been there for dinner, but I do want to try Kona Cafe for breakfast. That was on my ADR list before I canceled my trip, but that's definitely, like, and that's the type
I forgot
of
to say,
that I like.
The one thing about Tusker House is they have that juice, that pog juice.
Yeah, pomegranate orange guava. You can buy it somewhere, but I can't find it near me, which is annoying. But that juice is the best.
You can get it at the grocery store.
Not my grocery store.
It's in the Mexican food aisle normally.
I don't think my grocery store has that. But the last one that I have, I've actually never been to, but it's like the one place I've been trying to get to every single trip. Like Boma, I'm looking forward to trying, but like this one, like if I don't go there, there's something wrong with me. And it's specifically for one item on the menu, but there's other things I would eat. I think that Cruise Cup Lounge at Yacht Club is everything on the menu sounds good except for the seafood, obviously. But the house-cut truffle fries are the reason I need to go there. People this place is open 24 hours. You can go there whenever and eat food, which is not that common at Disney World. So you can go there and eat whatever you want. And I just want to go there for French fries so bad. With like, I don't know, they've got like buffalo chicken wings and like, they've got like burgers or whatever. And they've got like mussels and clams and all that seafood. But definitely truffle fries. How can you go wrong? I just want to go there so bad.
And my next one is actually from Yachtsman as well. I never hear people talk about Yachtsman Steakhouse. They're always talking about Le Cellier or California Grill or something else. I would go just for the truffle mac and cheese.
Yeah.
The filet was good. I wouldn't get the potato stack thing that came with it. It's like au gratin potatoes. It had no flavor whatsoever, but I highly recommend the mac and cheese. Me and Marsh were fighting over it. That mac and cheese, because when I went, they served it in this mini, like, cast iron pan that they brought it out. Thought that was pretty cute. They claim to have the best creme brulee on property. It was good. I don't know if it's the best I've ever had, but it was good. And we went there for our anniversary, and they brought us out a plate with homemade chocolates. One of them was like an apple, cinnamon, sugar kind of a candy, and like homemade caramels and stuff. It was very good.
Ooh, I want to take my mom to Yachtsman because I know that A, I would appreciate it, and B, she would like all the stuff on the menu too. But I've never been there. Definitely on the list, though. Definitely.
And that's it for my list.
Yeah, that's it for mine. I feel like every time we do something about restaurants, I feel like I've never eaten at Disney World because I've only been to like so many restaurants.
I'm glad I ate before we recorded.
Yeah. Like now I don't have to worry about being hungry. But I'm really excited to use this information to plan out ADRs for going forward because there's so many places I haven't been that I really need to go to, but also places that I love that I want to go back to.
Yeah, it's so hard when you're like, I want to go back here, but I also want to try a new place.
Years, and I really want to go back, but this new place sounds so good. I'm like, dang it. Especially with Disney Springs now, like with so many options, I'm like, crap. I'm gonna spend like 2 days at Disney Springs just eating food,
or drinking.
Yeah, I'm like, darn it.
Yeah, we walked past that new STK Steakhouse, which they have in, I think, New York and LA. It looks uber fancy and, like, bougie.
Ooh. Is Morimoto bougie? It looks like...
It's very fancy on the inside, but I didn't think it was very bougie, no. Like, it's just casual. I thought it was just casual.
Cool.
I don't know. Like a P.F. Chang's. I'm not trying... The food's a lot better than a P.F. Chang's. I'm not trying to insult the restaurant at all.
The atmosphere is like P.F. Chang's. Just like a regular restaurant.
No, it's a lot nicer. The atmosphere is a lot nicer, but it's just more casual feel.
Gotcha.
I guess.
Weird. All right, well.
But I was kind of tipsy when I was there. So.
You're like, well, I kind of understood what was going on, but that's fine. That's another thing. If a restaurant's really awful, just drink some more and it'll eventually be okay.
And they do have seasonal alcoholic drinks at Morimoto as well.
Hell yeah. I love seasonal. Because then that makes it even more, like, makes me want to go back even more.
Asian pear margarita, and it was very good when I was there.
Ooh. I don't know how I feel about pears, but...
It didn't really taste like pear, but it was good.
Again, I'll have to try all those places. Definitely Homecoming, though. I've heard a lot of good things about that place.
Yeah, Morimoto and Homecoming, I say you have to go to.
Doesn't Morimoto have, like, a quick takeaway window, too?
They do have a quick... counter place that you can order from or cart, but I don't know what exactly. You don't get the full menu from that.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I don't eat sushi, so that's not helpful, but whatever. Now I have to make a whole list of all these places I gotta try and all this fun stuff. That's part of the fun of going to Disney, though, is picking out your restaurants. Definitely. Yeah. Like, that's so good.
Well, I think in April is when we have to start making our ADRs for our trip.
March, yeah. End of March. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And the other ones I have are like way later than that, like June or something. Which is fine. Gives me more time to pick whatever I'm not doing in September, I can do it in December.
Yeah.
So. Yay, I'm so spoiled. Alright, so with that, hopefully next week we will have a third person on our show.
If not, We can pick whatever we want to talk about.
We'll be back. We don't know what else, but yeah, we definitely...
Mark's just been super busy with work and stuff.
Yep. And the beginning of the year is usually pretty busy for weird stuff like that anyway, so we'll get back on the wagon at some point. So why don't you tell them where they can find us?
I'm on Twitter at YohoYohoBlogger. My blog for Disney recipes and other kind of information is YohoYohoBloggersLifeForMe.blogspot.com. And please email us at mouseportpodcast@gmail.com.
You can find me on Twitter at MegVeg and at _MegVeg on Instagram. We're on Facebook at facebook.com/groups/Mouseport. If you join, we'll approve you. You can see all of our posts and fun stuff like that. We're on Twitter at MouseportCast, where we got the most recent episodes pinned to the top. Mark's not here, but he's on Twitter at BayLakeNemo and at mborwick11 on Instagram. Our website is mouseport.tumblr.com. And we're on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, all that fun stuff. Find out where you can listen to us. And we would appreciate any reviews on iTunes or comments, concerns. Just email us at mouseportpodcast@gmail.com and we can do some fun stuff there too. So with that, we will see you guys next week. Bye!